Hello, welcome back to Cloud Exam Ready. So let's continue our series. So in this part, we are going to see question number 36 to question number 50. First, question number 36. Which of the following options are related to the reliability of AWS? So here we need to select two options. Option A, applying the principle of least privilege to all AWS resources. Option B, automatically provisioning new resources to meet demand. Option C, all AWS services are considered global services and this design helps customer serve their international users. Option D, ability to recover quickly from failures. Option E, providing compensation to customers if issues occur. So the correct answer here is option B and option D. B, automatically provisioning new resources to meet demand. Option D, ability to recover quickly from failures. Next, question number 37. Which statement is true regarding the AWS shared responsibility model? So we have option A, responsibilities vary depending on the services used. Option B, security of the IaaS services is the responsibility of AWS. Option C, patching the guest OS is always the responsibility of AWS. And option D, security of the managed services is the responsibility of the customer. So this question is from AWS shared responsibility model. So the correct answer here is option A, responsibilities vary depending on the services used. So AWS shared responsibility model is very important for the Cloud Practitioner exam point of view. So please remember before preparing for the exam. Next, question number 38. You have set up consolidating billing for several AWS accounts. One of the accounts has purchased a number of reserve instances for 3 years. Which of the following is true regarding this scenario? So we have four options. Option A, the reserved instance discounts can only be shared with the master account. Option B, the purchased instances will have better performance than on-demand instances. Option C, all accounts can receive the hourly cost benefit of the reserve instances. And option D, there are no benefits from using consolidated bilingual. It is for informational purpose only. So they are saying that we have set up a consolidated billing from several AWS accounts, and from this several AWS accounts, one of the accounts has purchased the number of reserve instance for 3 years. So which one is true? Okay, it is asking regarding the reserve instance. So the correct answer here is option C, that all accounts can receive the hourly cost benefit of the reserve instances. Next, question number 39. You are working on a project that involves creating thumbnails of millions of images. Consistent uptime is not an issue and continuous processing is not required. Which EC2 instance type would be the most cost effective? So it is asking for the EC2 instance type for cost efficiency. So we have option A, spot instances, option B, reserve instances, option C, on-demand instances, and option D, dedicated instances. So the correct answer here is option A, spot instances. So whenever question asks for the processing of temporary data, for example like thumbnails of millions of images, so we can use spot instances here for the cost saving. Next, question number 40. Which of the following can be described as a global content delivery network service? So we need to find out which one is the CDN service, which is global content delivery network service. So we have option A, AWS VPN, option B, AWS Direct Connect, option C, AWS Regions, and option D, AWS CloudFront. So the correct answer here is option D, Amazon CloudFront. So Amazon CloudFront is the content delivery network service only. So the correct answer here is option D, Amazon CloudFront. Question number 41. Which AWS service offers threat detection and continuous monitoring for malicious activity and unauthorized behavior in AWS account? So we need to find out which service offers threat detection and continuous monitoring for unauthorized behavior and malicious activity. So we have option A, AWS Meshi, option B, AWS Config, option C, Amazon Guard Duty, and option D, Amazon Inspector. So the correct answer here is option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Question number 42. Which pillar of the AWS well-architected framework refers to the ability of a system to recover from infrastructure or service disruption and dynamically acquire computing resources to meet demand? So this question is from the AWS well-architected framework, and under this it is asking about the pillar. So we have option A, security, option B, reliability, option C, performance efficiency, and option D, cost optimization. So we need to find the ability of a system to recover from infrastructure or service disruption and dynamically acquire computing resources to meet demand. So the correct answer here is B, reliability. Next, question number 43. Who is accountable for security and compliance under the AWS shared responsibility model? So we have option A, the customer is responsible, option B, AWS is responsible, option C, AWS and the customer share responsibility, and option D, AWS shares responsibility with the relevant governing body. So the correct answer here is option C, AWS and the customer share responsibility. Question number 44. Who is the main point of contact for bilingual or account questions if a user has an AWS account with an enterprise level AWS support plan? So we have option A, solutions architect, option B, AWS concierge support plan, option C, AWS marketplace seller, and option D, AWS partner network APN. So the correct answer here is option B, AWS concierge support team. So they will support with any questions if the user has AWS account with enterprise level AWS support plan. Next, question number 45. To achieve high availability, how many availability zones should computing resources be provided across? Okay, so for achieving high availability, so we need to identify how many availability zones should computing resources be provided. So we have option A minimum of 1, option B a minimum of 2, option C a minimum of 3, and option D a minimum of 4 or more. So the correct answer here is option B, a minimum of 2. So for the high availability, so we need a minimum of 2 compute resources. So if one compute resources is like down, so we can use the other one. Next, question number 46. a large enterprise with multiple VPCs in several AWS regions around the world needs to connect and centrally manage network connectivity between its VPCs. Which AWS service or feature meets this requirement? So we have option A, AWS Direct Connect, option B, AWS Transit Gateway, option C, AWS Site-to-Site VPN, and option D, VPC endpoints. So the correct answer here is option B, AWS Transit Gateway. Next, question number 47. Which tasks need the root user credentials for an AWS account? So we need to select two options. Option A, creating an Amazon EC2 key pair. Option B, removing an IAM user from the administrators group. Option C, changing the AWS support plan. Option D, creating an Amazon CloudFront key pair. And option E, granting an IAM full user full administrative access. So the correct answer here is option C and option E. So we are using root user credential for changing the AWS support plan and granting IAM user full administrative access. Next, question number 48. Which of the following are benefits of migrating to AWS Cloud? So here we need to select two options. So we need to identify the benefits of migrating to AWS Cloud from on-premises. So we have option A, operational resilience. Option B, discounts for products on Amazon.com. Option C, business agility. Option D, business excellence. And option E, increased staff retention. So the correct answer here is option A and option C. Option A is operational resilience and option C is business agility. Next, which AWS service is always provided at no charge? So we have option A, AWS Amazon S3. Option B, AWS IAM. Option C, Elastic Load Balancer, which is ELB. And option D is AWS WAF. So which service provide at no charge? So the correct answer here is option B, AWS IAM. Next, question number 50. Which cloud's resource saves and retains structured and unstructured data, including photos, videos, or log files, and is available at a near unlimited amount within the cloud? So we have option A, storage, option B, compute, option C, network, and option D, database. So the correct answer here is option A, storage. That's it for the video. Thank you so much.